Hey Diva, I'm Christine Horn, your Visionary Life Coach, and welcome to this week's video. This week's question comes from Renee, who asked, let me look at my computer, how do you execute your plans and goals when your biggest obstacle is a lack of funding and finances? This is what I actually hear a lot because I know so many wonderful people who have big dreams and goals and ideas, but they feel like I'm never going to get them started. It's never going to happen because I don't have the money. It takes capital to start this idea or this business, and I just don't have it. And they get stopped with the money story instead of letting themselves be led by the idea story. So here are 3 tips on how to keep pushing toward your goals and dreams even when finances and lack of funding seem to be an issue. Tip number 1, think about everything you can do now. I'm talking at this beginner level. Let's say you want to open a restaurant, but you can't even seem to imagine where the money would come from. Right now, your bank account is on 0. And you're only rich in ideas. The question is, if someone were to meet you tomorrow, let's say some angel investor, millionaire person just saw you tomorrow and they were like, I have money, I want to invest in you. What do you want to do? And you're like, I'll open a restaurant. And they're like, okay, let's see the business plan, let's see the menu, let's see your ideas, let's see what kind of plates you want to use, what's your cuisine like, what's your idea for the restaurant to look like? And you're like, I don't know, because I didn't think about that because I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money, so I just didn't think about that. You see where I'm going with this? There are things you can do right now, even without the ideal amount of funding or resources. You have Google, you have the internet, you have the library, you have friends, family, people out there who can help you get some of these answers. You have to do the work. You have to do your own research for the thing that you say you actually want to do. Would you be able to tell me exactly down to the penny what it costs you to do this idea or dream that you have? If you can't tell me down to the penny what it costs for a startup, what it costs for the website, what it costs to get your business cards done, who will you use once you have the money? So don't wait till the money comes and then you're trying to scramble to find the resource. No, this is the time when, as you wait for the money to appear, that you start working on it. And let me tell you, when you start putting out energy for your own dreams and goals, there will be energy that is matched with you. Okay? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to create a side hustle specifically for this goal or dream. So what do I mean? So you say you have this goal or dream, but you don't have the funding or finances. My question to you is, what can you start? How can you make some extra income? Whether it's $50 extra a month, $200 a month, or $1,000 a month. What can you do right now? And then there's the flip side of this, beyond asking what you can do and what you're willing to do. Many of you are not willing to do what it actually takes to get your dreams and goals off the ground. So if you work a 9 to 5 or 5 to 10, are you willing to do something on the weekends? Are you willing to do stuff on your days off at night when you're watching TV with the kids? Are you willing to forego some television or hanging out with your girls to create a side hustle to fund this goal or dream that you say you don't have funding or finances for? So get creative. Think about it. Even if you don't start a business, can you sell things in your house? Can you sell some clothes you're not wearing, some old shoes, purses? You know, get creative. If this goal is as serious as you say it is, you will find time. You will find the money. Back in the day when I was, in my 20s, a couple years ago, I worked a 9 to 5, and then I worked a 5 to 2 or 3 a.m. I had a day job at an office, and then I had a night job at a restaurant. And for me, the day job paid my mortgage, paid my car note, all that kind of stuff. But my night job as a waitress back then only went toward me putting on concerts, putting out CDs of my music, and traveling and going out with friends. Like, I specifically had a second job just for that stuff. So think about how you can bring in some extra income just for your dreams. My third and final tip for you today is to tell somebody. Have you told people what it is you actually want to do? You know, it's not enough to just sit on a bed of dreams and never share it with anybody. And there are certainly some people you can't trust with the dream. So I'm going to say that. But someone who you know is a trusted source, who believes in you. Because if you do tip 1 and you do tip 2, when you share with someone in tip 3, they're going to see, wow, well, she has been, doing a lot of research lately. She has been really like focusing on the weekend. Every time I call her, she's working on this business, on this goal. And she started selling jewelry, or she started making shea butter. I don't know. But people are going to start noticing that you're putting a lot of energy for your own dreams. You've heard that saying, God helps those who help themselves, right? There's also that line that says, work begets work. People, when they see you putting good energy out, they're going to gravitate toward it. People want to help people who are helping themselves. So many of you are sitting around like, nobody will help me. Nobody's going to give me money for my whatever. You got to do it. You got to get your hustle on. You got to be willing. So even whatever you lack in resources or whatever you lack in funding, you have stuff all around you that you can use. And when people start seeing how much energy you're putting into it, they will be happy to jump on board. One last example before I let you go is, I had written a short film, and I wrote a pilot for a TV show. And at the time, I had a great idea, but I didn't have the funding to actually produce it. But what I believed, I worked hard on the scripts. I worked hard in casting. I worked hard in pulling it all together up until the point where I needed help. And then I reached out to people who, had some money and was like, hey, this is my idea, and here it is. Check it out. Because of the work that I did, they saw the full picture. And there were no questions about my integrity or was I serious. So how willing are you? Do not get stopped at your money story. Do not get stopped of the appearance of, sorry, this is a new wig, and the hair is just, you know how it is. Anyway, don't get stopped by what appears to be right now. I hope that helps. And hey, I have been getting an amazing amount of Facebook comments and YouTube comments, and I love them. Keep them coming. So today's was from Renee, who came to one of my webinars. Hey, Renee, whoever you are, wherever you are, thank you for watching. If you have a question or if you have something you want to know, leave me a comment below, and I just might answer your question in my next video. Be sure to visit me at ChristineHorn.com, where there's always good free stuff. And if you are interested in getting some coaching, you need a little help, reach out to me. I'm here. Until next week, stay beautiful and stay stacked.